Smite update show. I am Titan Dandy for those of you who don't know me, and I'm super happy to be here and super excited to be on the show. I know those of you who tuned in earlier saw that the art show is going on a hiatus for a while. It is a bummer, but as Enna said, it's always going to come back. There's a lot of cool stuff we're working on, and we just want to wish her the best.
Holy guac
travels and getting adjusted to new life.
I'm ordering guacamole. That's crazy.
So we hate to see that, but we want to keep seeing y'all's art. We love seeing that in the community and all over the place.
What's one thing you want in this patch?
Looking forward to more of that.
Well, I expect nerfs.
But anyway, we got a lot
unlike
of
our main three gods, right?
10.8 update for those of you
outside
who
of that,
feel like reading the title. And
I don't know if I expect anything.
We have Avatar: The Last Airbender content, which we've been so hyped to show y'all, alongside the new arena. And some balance changes, some other stuff. Super exciting.
Oh, yeah, and we saw the new arena shit, which
starting
I could
by
care
me
less about.
introducing my two beautiful
Yeah, we're going to have to listen to this, and we're going to have to listen to the Avatar.
What's up?
Or
tired.
Whatever it's called, Avatar: The Last Airbender.
In a while, Dad.
New
I have
skins.
not, yeah, just working my way back
Bobby
in
Lowe, I
from
turned
paternity
him up.
leave. So if I fall asleep mid-episode, it is not, or mid-show, it's not because it's not exciting or anything like that. It's because it's physically impossible for me to stay awake for too many hours in a row.
You know what? I can only understand the easiest bit of that. Like, I stay awake for non-important things. I can't imagine being awake 24/7 for something so important.
It's not my choice. It's his choice. You know?
Well, it's his choice that matters now.
Yeah.
So, super cool. Well, let's start off with some news, shall we? We have a whole bunch of news that I can talk about, starting with, this is a Wednesday show. Hello. Good to see you again. It's been a while since we've had a show on a Wednesday, and for the time being, this is how it's going to be. We tried out Thursday. It worked. We had reasons that we talked about forever ago. We wanted to make sure that our different teams had what they needed, and as we've talked, and the show has continued forward,
Back
we
to
thought,
Wednesday shows as we have this conversation.
Back to PTS to make sure that it is as impactful.
Don't they just bring PTS out for the weekend?
So
like, what is
putting
it a Wednesday
PTS
change?
will be going live
Unless they're going to start doing it tonight, which I
later
think.
today, theoretically. So we just wanted
they were going to give us more time. Oh my God! Do you think they'll actually make changes now?
Welcome back to Wednesday shows.
No, I
moving forward.
literally doubt it. I
Is
actually
the
doubt it.
10.8, the update we're about to dive into, is a 3-week update.
Every PTS this whole year has had a bug that doesn't get fixed before it goes live. Every single PTS. Yeah.
What about the
quickly going to be followed up
the tier 2 power items, or tier 2 having more power items than the tier 3?
Yeah. And
that was a good one.
That we're just going to keep cranking it out at a scary fast rate. To continue down the line, I don't know if any of y'all have missed this, but we are giving away 10 million gems. Like 10,008,000 or some crazy number like that. But it's a lot. We're giving away over 10 million gems between July 28th, which was my birthday, and August 18th. And the way this works, you don't have to sign up for anything. You don't have to, as long as you have Smite and you play Smite, you are eligible. Every half hour, we are giving somebody random 10,000 gems. And it's anybody who has played within the last hour. So if you play, if you time your hour right, you can hit.
You win gems yet?
One game will cover 2 half-hour periods. So it's when you finish
a game. I know everybody who has won gems.
Eligible for a draw.
Wait, people like you actually know some people that won? Because everyone swears they don't really count.
If you work all day,
oh,
you have a job,
I just mean like I see their names pop up.
Okay.
Get home, hit those night queues, hit those evening queues. If you're all about the demon hours, it's 5 a.m. You're like, I bet nobody's playing Smite at 5 a.m. My odds are better. Big brain thinking right there. Get in there, earn your gems. So this is going to continue going.
So Dandy just promoted not sleeping for work and school, but playing video games.
2 weeks and 2 days or something. I'm not good at math, but either way, you have a lot of time left. So hop in there and just try to earn some free gems. We were thinking, what could we do big for Smite Year 10? And this felt like it. So 10 million, 10 years. Here's to more. And one last piece of community news, we had a lot this time, is the Race to Diamond. So that went out, and some of y'all
what's crazy is there's no way they lose money on giving away gems.
And we have been so hyped.
It can only result in more money made from more people playing the game.
We already announced the winners of the Speedrunner title. So those 10 are locked in stone and will be receiving their rewards with this update next Tuesday. But you're still eligible to earn the Diamond Charon Avatar. That just had to be done before the end of the update. So not a lot of time left. Make sure you're really grinding those queues and trying to get those
won gems.
What? Earn that title again next Tuesday with the launch of the update. So. Whew! All right, well, that was a lot of talking. Thank y'all for bearing with me through that. And we have a little more we're going to talk about. Moving into esports now. Esports actually has a bunch of cool stuff coming up, starting with the Summer Solstice event, which is next weekend, not this coming weekend, the weekend after the update. This event will kick off. They'll have the Order versus Chaos divisionals and all of that moving forward, which is really exciting. And then the weekend after that, so patch weekend, next weekend. It's getting complicated. They have a website. You can look at all the dates there. But they're going to have stuff like the Salt Summer Tournament and even more following up. So they got Roll Stars on the way. lots of stuff coming down the line. Make sure to check out the
I don't know what Roll Stars is
for all of these dates, so that it's a better explanation than what I just tried to give you. And yeah, check out all this cool weekend event. We're spooling up a lot of awesome esports content, and I'm excited to see it because I love this stuff, and I hope y'all have been keeping up with all of this roster drama going on Twitter. It's been fun. So last but not least in this section, some quality of life changes. I love bringing you the stuff that's just nice. One of them, we have two, is that they have updated the jungle practice Q art, or will in this coming update. So for those of you who are getting in jungle practice and trying out your favorite god and learning the mechanics and how to do that
like the actual map art.
Q art for when you're hopping.
Oh wait, no.
And last but not least,
what the fuck is jungle practice
Marty,
Q art?
Avatars in the game coming up. So just get ready for
what the fuck?
How is Martigra's avatar a quality of life change?
Throwing down those
idea.
mad Qs, poisoning people. It's been a joy.
They're just making stuff up that they're improving.
It feels cool, with the creator of Martigras.
You gonna make a new
I love it.
Twitch account?
So awesome. Let's continue down the road here and get into some skins. How about it?
Oh yeah.
So these skins.
This is the money makers, boys.
Starting with the fun guy chest, we have Fungal Fury Danzaburo.
This skin is so funny.
It is so
Holy cow, man.
So much.
It is
It's so cute.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. I haven't seen I don't remember any of these
Aggro's
things.
mic so much louder?
And this is
Actually
incredible. I love this skin.
Okay, very important
Kinda
thing I
looks
have
like
to
a
interact with here. There's a little buddy on his shoulder you'll see here in this
now
art.
I don't like
he
it.
makes a very important appearance in
I
this
liked it
skin,
beforehand.
as you will see very soon.
Excellent. Yeah. Well, I do think I think we have the skin turnaround for this too.
Oh, good.
So.
Look at him. Look at him.
Oh my
go.
God,
Look at him.
he's on his
It's a
gun.
dick with a little dick.
Oh yeah.
Why is the guy humping on the gun?
Oh my God.
He's going wild.
Are we allowed to do that?
Yeah, dude.
He is. What the hell? He's riding, bro.
And you can see him hanging out in the little.
Look
basket
at his
in the back.
arms.
He's got,
Why are they
the
back?
mushrooms ready to go. In case
Dude,
he
he's
needs to,
humping.
have a little snack.
Yeah, a little snack.
Okay, dude, this is too much.
Mushrooms, but hey, you know what? You heard it here first. So
This
this
shit
will
is
be one of the
fire.
two
Dude, he's got
skins,
two balls.
coming in the
You see
fun
his two
guy chest.
mushrooms
The
hanging?
next chest is called the Nightmare
the little
Fuel
guy?
chest.
No, the big guy.
And that's gonna
His
have
belt is two
splitting
mushrooms
Nightmare
hanging.
Agni.
I adore
That's a good skin,
this
actually.
one.
They're
That's
funny.
actually a good skin.
That is so sick.
who's this? Shane?
I mean, it's Nightmare Fuel, so adore might not be the word I would use, but I loathe it in an affectionate
Is
way.
this Cthulhu or is
That
this
is incredible.
actual
Rip
normal
this
guy?
bottom guy, by the way.
I have no idea who this is.
These two, I don't like their odds, to be
I see
honest.
the little guy in the middle. The
Yeah,
green one.
yeah,
Agni?
that one.
Someone said
he's
Agni.
toast.
Yeah.
Like, just leave him.
Oh, it's Agni?
Do your
That's
best.
a
Wait, where's the
Pussy
second
little
head?
What would
I
you
don't
do
know.
in
That's
this
what I'm
situation?
saying. Hidden?
Run.
I would simply get away.
Yeah, I would simply not let that happen to me in the first place.
Okay.
Oh my
Here's the
gosh.
turnaround for him. I love that
Oh.
like torn down the middle.
I don't like
look,
that.
too.
No,
There's
I don't
there's
either.
an eyeball in there.
I don't like
There's
that.
already too many
What else
Agni
is true?
skins for me to care
I've
about
never
this.
thought about what.
Especially when you have like the doll one. That
Yeah.
doll one is fire.
Doll one, the pimp
Yeah.
one, for whatever it's called.
I'm not.
Oh,
that
yeah,
eager to find
Swagni.
out either, to be honest.
Yeah, that's fair. I don't need to look through a chest cavity. So again, this is splitting Nightmare Agni.
does it work
coming
that you
at
got
in
three
the
skins, your
Nightmare
next
Fuel
one only got
chest. We
five?
have
I
those
got the
two
pick.
chests,
The
that
5
we're
is
excited to show
$50.
off,
It's
but
just
now we're
price
gonna dive into
based.
some balance. All right. So
All right, here's the good stuff.
This first bit, I feel
Marty
like we
Bucks
talked about a
First
lot
creators,
in the
they
past
said you could
couple
pick
weeks,
1,
and it's
2, 3,
soul
4,
surges.
5. And then
I'll
the
just
price
let
is
y'all take away
according.
with what we're doing
you
to
know?
soul surges.
Yeah, so we've heard your feedback, very much so, and we are so
This is the
glad
best
that,
patch of
we
the
got
year.
a chance to try them, and we thought that they were a really interesting addition.
Yeah.
But we are going to be removing them from this next update.
Okay,
because
so that
we
means
just
we
feel
have
like,
nothing new
There are some things that we
in the
could
fucking
improve on
game
them,
during
but
this
we're
season.
gonna put it kind of back.
Well, I
in
think
the
they're
tank
gonna
for
keep
now,
the,
see
like,
if we
the
can
ground
improve it
area,
later.
and they're just gonna
People
remove
do
the
miss
actual,
eventually,
like,
but
minions.
We want to just make sure that
Okay.
everyone's still having a good experience. And we feel like this feature just may have missed the mark a little bit.
Gotcha. I mean, good to hear, and that's how all things go. We listen to y'all's feedback,
The
and
ghost.
if you don't like it, we're happy to pull it down. Who's to say it
I
won't
didn't
come
mind
back
the
in the
ghost.
future? We love tweaking things and trying to make them better and kicking them back out. But we heard what y'all had to say, and we like
MPH,
making
they give it
game
the
as fun
sub,
as
dude.
possible. So
I
thank you
really
for
did.
your
We cursed all
feedback,
day for the 81
and,
months, by the
my soul
way.
surges,
Yeah, I
my
didn't
ghost
mind
stopping my back.
the little guys. I don't know.
All right, so next up, Conquest. We got some Conquest talking to do. Starting with a little bit of a change to the Stygian Beacon.
Yeah, Stygian Beacon has been really
This
exciting.
could
we
be
think.
big.
Oh, I love it.
Loved seeing how players are interacting.
It's only big
with
if it.
having to group up
Useless.
for this
Yeah,
objective.
wait, that's all they're
frequently,
changing?
but not
Why won't they
too
spawn it
frequently
earlier?
throughout
Yeah.
the match?
Yeah.
And we think that we're really happy with the types
I also
of
think
fights,
that
the dynamic
if there's
aspect that it
3
brings to the
beacon
map.
spawns,
we just want to see it happen a
if you
little
get
bit
2
more
beacons,
frequently.
or if you
Okay.
get 3 beacons and
The
the enemy
cooldown
has
going
less
from
than you,
6 minutes to 5
surely your
minutes
Titan
on
should be
these
winning.
Stygian beacons. And that
I
will
could go with
also
that.
mean that the Unleashed Titans will happen a little
probably
bit
can't code
earlier
that.
in the match if you're standing on the point.
So
as soon
they
as
are
it
spawning
comes
a little
out.
bit earlier. They'll be
Catching
spawning
those off
like
cooldown. That
2.5 minutes earlier.
The fight
Yeah,
will end up
2 minutes
happening
earlier.
a little bit earlier in the match, which we also think will help smooth out the flow of a typical Conquest match.
Got it.
Yeah,
That
hopefully
just means
it'll
they'll
help,
spawn
you
at
know, give the
22
Titan
minutes
fight a
instead
little
of
bit more of its
24
own
minutes.
unique
What? Like
time
what?
to shine versus having it compete with
Yeah,
the
it's
Fire
not changing
Giant,
anything.
with the FG kind of being right around the corner. It's like
Yeah.
a little bit less to balance in that regard. It has
Our
its
mic
own
is
place
so
now in terms
fucked
of
up.
when it's spawning, you know, about that 24, 25-minute mark is like the later end of where you see it nowadays.
Got it. Well, and I'm super excited for that because honestly, that's been one of my favorite changes that has come out of this.
Yep.
Because like I love having that point to fight over. I love like this kind of mandatory team fight that shows up. It's been a blast. So
Agreed.
excited to see it sticking around and happening a little sooner too. I think that'll shake it up.
Yep.
So next up, it looks like as the Titans get unleashed, their stats are changing a little bit.
Yes, this is more so of a shift because we're moving it up earlier.
More
we have
health?
to change exactly what kind of stats it has because again, if you're moving it forward, you know, 3-ish,
Yeah.
it has to
More
be
health,
a little
more
bit,
prods,
you know, different
more
interaction with
XP,
it. So
more
we're going to
gold,
be
more power.
increasing the base health and the physical stuff, but it's also going to be.
I feel like they're focused way too much on this Titan when nobody fucking cares.
For that time, making it a little bit
Most of the time, this shit just gets killed. It meets in the mid, both teams kill it, and they go about their fucking business.
Through, you know, the crowds of the gods
Yeah.
at that point. Because you know, you gotta make sure that with those times being different, the Titan also feels different.
Yeah, got it. Well, that sounds good.
No, it is. He
And,
scotch
last but
taped
not
his
least,
mic onto
EFG,
his
like you said,
face.
Enhanced Fire Giant getting some changes too.
Yeah, so EFG has felt really tanky.
They said, put this
That's
tape on
feedback
and
we've
look
heard
to your
from
left
players.
so we can't
Dove
see
into
it.
it, and it turned out that
Oh, so it was
getting
bugged. No wonder
twice
EFG
as
was
many stats as
impossible.
it should have on its transformation from. It was truly
What?
enhanced.
Yeah, very
And
enhanced.
it was like enhanced in all caps, and we wanted
So
to
it
just
literally
be
was getting
like
like 180
uppercase E
protections
and
of
then,
each.
like normal.
Yeah.
What?
So
How did they just
normalizing
not
those
hotfix
stats,
this? This should not be a big patch.
only
change.
worrying about
This is
the enhanced stats,
23,000
though. So
health on the
FG
EFG, and it
completely
had like
unchanged,
200
exactly
procs of
how it
each.
has been.
No wonder it took so
Now,
long to
post
do.
30 minutes, it should be a little bit easier to
A
take
little
down
bit
EFG
easier.
or generate a fight that isn't quite as threatening. around
What?
Got it. So Enhanced Fire Giant, remove the bolding.
Why would they not hotfix
Exactly.
something like that? That's a big
Cool.
deal.
So next up, Joust. They're actually
It's not even fixed now. Now we know we're fucked for the next 4 days. 5 days.
This is a bit of a complicated change because if you remember a few patches back, we removed.
Wait, this is our game mode.
And did a couple of other adjustments to. You
Oh,
know,
shit,
put
new
the-
meta.
Wait, this is actually fun.
Blue and the red.
New meta. This is
good.
Powers having you know, the ability to reduce protection.
Are you sure it's
that
good?
all was great. The only thing that wasn't great. Is
Surely
the
starters are just a
item
positive,
curve and
right?
How players were feeling.
I don't know.
about going on a base with a
I mean,
starter
maybe
because starters have
we
been
won't be confused about what to build, I
scarce
guess.
at this point.
Long
That,
time.
yeah, well,
It's the
actually, we
only
can just do our
mode that doesn't
conquest
really have
starts.
them aside from duel, which is a little bit different. You know,
Yeah.
that can kind of be in its own little area, you know.
Wait, they
But
banned
Joust
Emperor's
is a
armor.
core mode
Yep,
to us. So
now we
wanna
can't
make
quick
sure that
run
we keep an
anymore.
eye on it.
That's
So
so
what we're
bad.
actually doing here
GG.
is we are re-adding
Wait, we got 5 more
starter
days.
items back,
Ooh, okay.
excluding support starter items because
We're gonna need
if
it.
you
We're gonna need
recall,
Andy to
one
hop
of the
on.
biggest problems that we were
We gotta
trying to
run through
address
these
was
queues.
the double tank meta that really involved diving under towers and just kind of overwhelming, you know, the one.
It's
backline
no
that
set,
had
no, so no
pure
tank starters are in the game.
brutality. So,
But like Death
we
Soul,
found that the reason that was happening is
Cooldown
because support starter
Mage,
items were generating
Conduit.
a lot of gold. They had a lot of helpful effects, and because
like everyone's
of how
gonna go
Joust's
Sands of
XP
Time.
curve works, you were getting to level 15 and able to upgrade those starter items a little bit faster than everyone else.
Oh,
So
Sigil.
you were getting a lot of power potential out of those guys. Even
3
though, you know, they're
sigils?
support starter items, right?
3
People don't
Pridlins?
think that those are
Game
like
over?
the really strong ones, but they definitely are strong.
Yeah.
The other change here that we're doing is we're banning Emperor's Armor from Joust specifically. And this is another item that caused additional problems with that diving potential like we were talking about. It was kind of a race to whoever got Emps first, because if one team has Emperor's Armor, the other team needs to have Emperor's Armor, else you're kind of just, you know, getting dove for free, essentially.
Yeah.
So we just don't want that to be kind of the pinnacle of what people are
What is-
fighting
you
about.
don't know what
anymore. We
Joust
want it
is?
to be more organically about finding an advantage throughout the farm by getting buff camps and all of that other essential
Yeah,
core
Tainted is
Joust
still
stuff.
there,
Yeah.
Sigil is still
You know,
there,
1 or
Warrior's
2
Axe is
or,
still
you
there.
know,
It's
all
just all the
starter
support
buy
starters
item
that give
wins.
extra gold, they're gone.
Changing the mode in a way that
There
we
are,
don't.
but
So,
dude, it's gonna be
starter
so
items back,
annoying.
no support starter items. Emperors banned. Done.
Bro, everyone's just gonna go tank
All right,
starters.
so to continue going down, we're into items now. And now there
Yeah.
is one game mode we didn't
Yeah,
talk
maybe
about.
it is gonna
but we'll
suck.
get there. You'll-
3 Warriors
Excited
axes.
for that one.
So, but we got to get through some other balance first. It's also important. So, starting with items and starter items, there's a handful of those that got changed. Blono's masks and some prots and the Spartan flag. It looks like.
Yeah, so Lono's Mask is one of those items that requires you to hit a certain stat threshold in order to get the full benefit of its passive.
Okay, so you get
Whenever
Lono's
we
at
adjusted
level
a lot of the
15
tier
value.
3 item stats a few patches ago, these were some items that we knew that we might want to take a look at, but didn't want to get too far ahead of ourselves, put it in a position where it's moving this knob and this knob at the same time, and it just ends up being a little bit harder to really gauge the strength of an item when you're adjusting both ends of the spectrum.
Yeah, that makes sense.
After the dust has settled a little bit on that change, we've definitely seen that Lono's Mask is underperforming a little bit.
Okay.
Especially considering that
it
does come with a built-in downside if you aren't hitting these thresholds.
Yeah.
You know, it isn't like an item like Prophetic Cloak where you're getting good benefits, and then if you hit your threshold,
when they start the next one, I'm going to go grab my food. Speed run.
You're getting a negative until you hit these thresholds.
Got it.
Lono's Mask just going from requiring 50 protections from items per stack down to 45, which is taking its overall prots required.
What's your opinion on like both the masks?
In order to get all 5
I think both the masks are just so bad.
I think they're a waste. I think they could just do more with the new tree, to be honest.
Should be a little bit easier to hit that.
I agree.
Like, why do you need that many starters in the fucking first
Spartan
place?
Flag also looking like it's getting just some GP5 increase.
It's not unique enough.
Speed.
Yeah, so this is one
I just don't get the point of them either. Like, it's make assassins tankier, which is what the starters kind of do anyway.
No,
like
yeah, it's not doing something different. It's literally just adding on, piling on the same shit.
Trying it. Spartan
They increased the
GP5
from 6 to 8.
Really the inline one. It's the one where it
10 attack speed to allies in there. Oh, that'll be good for pushing.
Battle.
That'll be better for pushing for sure.
I noticed about it that was kind of inconsistent.
I'll grab my
was
food.
not providing the right amount of GP5, so we wanted to increase that to keep it in line with everyone else. It shouldn't have worse GP5 than its other starter item that was more popular.
Yeah.
Like that. So we wanted to adjust that, and then additionally wanted to make it a little bit more enticing and kind of keep that war flag idea present in Spartan Flag by bringing back that attack speed kind of element from the original starter item.
Yeah, you got to rally around the banner, get that attack speed, and push forward. Yeah.
Exactly.
All right, so next up, some basic attack tank items. And I love my tank items. Berserker Shield getting above. Shogun's Kusari also getting above. So let's dive into the shield.
Yeah, so auto attack warriors, you know, we've heard a lot of the feedback about how good or not good they are feeling.
Oh, they're trying to bring back AA warriors.
We know that this isn't going to massively move the needle, but
they
while
want
we're trying
AA
to figure
warriors
out exactly
back.
The ways that we want to bump them back up, this is just
this isn't going to do shit
hopefully tide
at
over
all.
those players.
Literally nothing because they have to nerf all the ability items.
So Berserker Shield just getting a little bit
all
of
the glad shields and shit.
2400
Bluestones.
And increasing
Bluestone would have to die
from when you get that Berserk passive.
They kill Bluestone. Hey, warriors come back.
In particular, that passive change might not seem like a huge deal, but we've seen buffs just like that for like Sun Wukong passive end up being really, really impactful. Just getting access to a pretty big passive buff more frequently and at a less of a risky health threshold usually ends up making a pretty big difference. So hopefully this Berserker's change will help out those Berserker Shield users.
Got it. Bring those stats up. And then Shogun's Kusari looks like a bump to health in the magical prods.
Yeah, this is kind of along those same lines. Give them a little bit of help. We want to just make sure that Shogun feels really good to pick up. And this is also kind of in the line of support items as well.
Yep.
You might see it picked up on, you know, your Fafnirs, or if you have a 280Cs.
This buff doesn't make sense to me. This item is already good.
This is an item that's really good for those.
It's because people in rank don't build it because they don't want to help the team.
Yep.
So this is just taking the health up a little bit.
Okay.
It literally
You're gonna build this on Kuzimbo?
You're gonna build this on
Kuzimbo? Okay.
Shifted everybody down. This guy went down pretty
if you're playing almost any backline Guardian at all, this is just like one of the best items you can build.
Oh yeah, it's OP as fuck.
By giving it a little bit more help there.
Got it.
And that's just
again,
better.
I'm all about tank item buff, so because I be running tank basically all the time. So next up, some
building
underutilized
every
healing
game.
items getting a bit of love. Looks like Rejuvenating Heart and Sekhmet Scepter both getting a buff.
Yeah, Rejuvenating Heart I think is one that we've seen these types of buffs be very successful in the past, where we get to increase the per stack healing dealt and just decrease the max stacks. So you just hit that threshold so much easier, a lot less hoops to jump through. 8 is a lot in order to get.
Who do they want to build this
any of these
and like be
stacking
playing?
Items.
That's what I'm saying. What is the point of this item, and why are what makes you want to build this item?
I think
what does it do?
See Rejuvenating Heart players seeing a lot.
Like there's no point to the item.
Scepter?
I think somebody makes the item and they're like, "This is so cool. Let's make it work." Instead of just like the item actually being good. It's a good idea in the first place.
Yeah.
Like this item makes a little bit of sense. This buff is actually like a pretty relevant buff.
I like segments. I think it's really good.
Yeah. This item is fine. But that Rejuvenating Heart is still probably the worst item in the game, or bottom 2, bottom 3. It just doesn't do anything.
To use it with, but we're also increasing the cooldown.
There's actually a pretty big buff for this item too.
And so when we released this item, we were a little bit concerned
Who's gonna build this that's played right now?
Right? I mean, there's a lot of cooldown potential.
Naja?
The problem is,
I don't know if Naja gets a ton of value from it.
Maybe.
When the increments are so small,
more
it's
cooldown.
really hard to notice. It's really hard to
Mulan
see.
is that? Because Guan is like OP on Guan when Guan was meta, but he's not meta right now.
Guan has been he's gotten fucked
right? But we want to
by
do
these
a little bit more
past few
give than we
patches.
take. So again, the duration's going down, but now you'll
tier
be able to
maybe?
notice that cooldown going down a little bit
1
more.
second.
Rob, that's really good on Rob. I forgot. Yeah,
that is just literally so busted on Rob now.
Those really fun moments. And you'll be able to notice.
What if they remove Rob scaling in this patch?
Yeah, cool. That makes sense. I'm all
Do
about
they
it.
nerf him back to the way it was before too, or
no,
just remove the healing.
I think that'd be fine. It would make him a jungler instead of a
There's a
solar.
couple here. We have
I actually think that would be big for him.
Stick, Heartseeker, and the Crusher. So at the top, Brawler's Beat Stick.
What?
Yep, nice and easy one here. Just a little bit too expensive for Brawler's Beat Stick. 2,500 to
Do you like
2,400.
Hold up.
Just
That's more of a
making
U
it so
item
it's
than a
little
me
bit
item.
easier to itemize into that.
Yeah,
engine.
if they
Brawler's
nerf the
buffing
cost
things
of
like
these
the
items,
Jubilating
assassins are going to be in the
Scepter,
fucking money.
You know, we are
There's also the ability
heavy
hunters
healer
indirectly.
metas are
100%.
potentially very frustrating to play
Yeah,
against. We wanna make
yeah,
sure
a little
that
bit.
players
Because I've
feel
never
like
seen
they
anyone
have
complain about the
a
cost of
healing
Beat Stick.
option
This is
in
going to
order
be ability
counteract that.
hunters.
Making Brawlers a little bit more accessible is an easy way to do it.
Got it. Well, dive into Heartseeker for me. So the threshold has changed?
Yes, so this again is
Oh,
kind
this
of
needed
another
to
one of
happen,
those
right?
threshold changes that
This
we're
threshold
seeing
was so
with
bad. This is
Lono's
worse than the
Mask,
Lono's
which we
Mask
talked earlier,
threshold.
Where it's just
Bro,
a
this
little
is
bit
ability
difficult
hunter
to
patch.
get that 300 power threshold
So
without,
far,
like,
yeah.
you being
If they don't
literal
nerf Marty,
last item and game
fuck him up.
power pot red buff
Dude,
kind of deal.
I'm outta here.
We wanted to
I'm gonna-
make
I'm gonna
sure
take a
that
break
that
if
upper
Marty's
threshold
not
that's
nerfed.
really affecting the kind of tank side of things a little bit more is going to, you know, be affected even heavier a little bit earlier. So again, really good item. It's just going to be a lot easier to actually get to that point. It's more realistic at this point that you can get this like 5th item.
This is
You
ability
really
hunter
need
buffs.
to
Everything so
have
far.
completely full, totally done
Hyperpower.
build to get to that point.
Yep.
Cool. And then last but not least here, we have the Crusher. Also getting a bit of a buff. Some decreased cost and maybe a little attack speed.
This is all
Crusher,
ability
one of those
hunters, I
items
swear.
That, you know,
Dude,
has historically
Marty's
been
gonna
both
ruin
an
the
assassin
game
item and a hunter
if he's
item
not
at
nerfed.
times.
Yeah. I've seen it do
Gone
both.
through a little bit of a shift where it was flat pen, now percent pen. And we just have felt
I've seen
like
AMC played a lot lately too. I bet you he comes back even
one of
harder.
those items that is
Oh, for sure,
close
for
to
sure.
you know, some characters, some players will really love. They build a Crusher almost every game.
Yeah.
Some players, nah, not quite worth it for them. And it used to be this item that felt.
If they
just
don't nerf
good to
Marticarus
build
in this patch,
because of that attack.
he's-
Isn't Crusher only
We are wary
35
of what
power?
this can do to hunter builds, though.
I think so, yeah.
but
They made it
with
really low
their
when they changed everything.
Lack of good
I think a couple of the percent pen items need slight power buffs.
Of course,
like
Executioner
Crusher
works well
should
for
not be
them,
less
but that
power
requires
than
them to
like
hit a bunch of
brawlers.
Of course.
The thing is,
Maybe
they
some
clearly want that
hunters
item to be for
like
the
Tyron
proc
and
instead of for
Uller
its base
are gonna
stats.
feel a
But
little
why
bit
won't
better
they
with
buff
that.
the
Like
proc
Crusher now that
and
has
just
a little bit more attack
like
speed.
quit fucking with the base
Yeah.
stats?
I mean, sounds good.
Yeah,
though.
yeah,
I love,
that's something they
I
can
love
do
attack
too.
speed because, you know,
But
that
it's
means
just-
when I miss every other attack, I'm shooting the next one
I
out
also think
faster. So
now
works
trans.
perfectly for me. Last but not least, in the
Well, the
item
one thing that
area,
I
we
feel
have
like
some
feels bad for
mage
jungle is you
items.
kind of
So
need
this one
trans
actually
to
has a
reach like a lot of the
handful.
thresholds, and I
Bang,
think it's
Cross,
still
Talon, Book of
pretty
Thought,
true
Evolved Book
for
of
most
Thought,
of the
and
items.
the rod plus
Yeah,
Exclipse.
Or
you
you'll need
do
6
need
full
it.
power
You need
items.
it, but it's a dog shit
Bang,
first
Cross,
item. That's the problem in the jungle.
Yeah.
You don't get enough stacks
They
fast
also
enough, so you have to do it
affect,
second.
some of our glyphs as well. So Bancross Talent and his glyphs are getting an increased magical power from 70 to 80. So it's 10 extra power. This, the most important thing about these changes that you'll see is they kind of cover 2 or 3 different like build paths,
Yeah.
right? You're not really going to be building Bancrofts in your book builds, so we want to kind of make sure that we're kind of catching every kind of mage and a little bit of lifesteal, a little bit of mana building, and just kind of your Round to Hootie characters that like to get that towards the end game. You're kind of spreading out that love between the beginning of the game with your book and your Talon,
Yeah.
and your late game with Round to Hootie.
Cool, kind of sweeping the whole array of mage players. So
Alpha,
it's
that's
good,
for
'cause
less
that way,
fighting
you
and
know,
more farming
I can
early.
Pick up any mage
I feel
I
like
want
that
and
makes
be like,
sense.
hey, look at
Yep.
that, little buff action. So moving into that, you mentioned the book build, both Book of Thoth and its evolution getting a little bump as well.
Yep, base Book of Thoth.
This
going
is
from
gonna
60 to
start-
70 power,
we're-
and then
we're
Evolved Book of
restarting
Thoth,
this
of
year.
course, also going to reflect
Okay,
that, but
this is a good
also
buff
getting a
though.
little bit of a
The
passive
last
buff
book
where
nerf
the
made no
mana
sense.
conversion is
Okay,
going from
but
6%,
now you're gonna see everyone go back into no
1
cooldown
percentage
book
point here
builds
actually
with
doesn't
all the
make a
mana
big
items
difference for book.
and like fucking breastplates
like
and
like you
shit.
said,
Tablet?
not a lot of
Yes.
characters building Book of Thoth.
I've already
and
seen that a
Bancroft.
lot.
Yeah,
It's-
Ven's already promoting it, so it's gonna come back even harder.
You are
Plus,
one who's building both of
with that
those,
Bancross
might
buff,
wanna look
you're
for
gonna see
something
Ola Run
a
doing
little
better,
bit more
Soul
efficient.
doing even better, and they're already being played. It's gonna be a cringe
Now
meta
you're
coming out
getting,
of
you're
this.
getting build advice here
Got a
on the
little
show
tip.
today, huh?
Yep.
All right, so to end with the items, the Rod of Tahuti and its glyphs, also getting a magic power bump.
Yep, same kind of idea, just at the end of the game, just kind of round out a lot
Little
of people's builds.
stronger.
So, yeah, just nice little
Got buff mages.
cap on the end of your build.
Cool. A nice little, it's It's the sprinkles on top.
Yep.
So awesome. Well, that does it for items. We're in the God world now, starting with the buffs and starting in the A category, we have Ares. Looks like Shackles and Bolster Defense both getting a little bit of love.
Yeah, I mean, Ares, what is his identity? He does a lot of damage for a Guardian if you hit your skill shots, and he cripples. Like, that's the big thing. And, of course, the big ultimate as well. So we want to lean into that identity of what is he, why are you picking Ares?
Is that OP?
It's to cripple characters more consistently.
That is actually
Shackles
insane.
On a little bit of a
that is a huge buff for Ares.
That sounds kind of nuts, but I could be wrong.
A lot of cooldown reduction at a high level.
That buff is probably even better. The bolster defense buff.
What?
That is a bigger buff.
And bolster defense is
that is because you're not ranking that shit up.
Well, you got a lot of value leveling this up second, but now you're going to level it up third, and you get the 30% CCR right off the bat.
Crowd control reduction isn't
which is
always
you're going to be slamming, and you're going to be nearly unkillable.
But we promise 30% CCR to you and your whenever. It's a big area too, and it lasts for a really long time.
Yeah,
is that like part of the
that
gives it at your teammates?
Just remember to press 2 before you or your teammates get CC'd. That's all you got to do.
Yeah,
it's like you were saying.
I thought Ares was good before, and I think he's
can be a
way better now,
depending on what you're talking about.
Oh my god!
So 30% is a lot. So super cool, and also this is totally unrelated.
Nuts.
I wonder if there's a way to figure out. I bet Ares is one of the best training tools for like. I should remember to use beads and get beads more often.
I remember when, I remember when I learned that you could beads Ares ultimate, because before that I was like, this character is so OP. What do I possibly do? And then I discovered what purification beads were. And
I mean, thank you for the 21-month sub and desktop.
Ares is one where I see him and I'm like, all right. If I don't have beads, do I have an ability that gets immunity? Because burning ult is worth not getting destroyed. So.
Trial by fire, you might say.
Trial by fire. So next up, RDO. Still in the A's, still talking.
No, I was worried they were going to buff this. I said they should, though.
I got a handful of things. Decompose, Energy Surge, and Maul Prey. All getting the love of the buff array. So
speaking of cringe metas, thoughts?
True.
So I did a video the other day where I was like, who should be buffed and nerfed? She needed to be buffed, right? She hasn't been played in a long time.
She for sure did, yeah.
I fucking hate when she's good in the game. It's the worst shit.
She's going to be walking at your back camps and just killing you, and you're not going to be able to hit her for anything.
Protection debuff.
Oh my god.
Just taking the stacks down to 4.
I hope this doesn't bring her back.
Okay, that's a good buff because I don't think it makes her annoying. That just makes her like stronger.
The top end not going up. Bottom end is going up.
Yep.
Got it.
That's gonna be nice. With energy
so she's
surge
tankier earlier? Is that what they're saying?
A little bit of damage because,
she gets the proc shred, so she does slightly more damage to tankier characters.
She has 4 abilities in the lane. But her clear.
Yeah, and then just a buff to her damage again.
Yeah, they're gonna hit her damage to clear.
So we are just bringing it up a little bit, just a smidge. 5 at all ranks is not too super scary for Maul Prey, which is once per swipe. And then,
Seraphim, thank you for the 5 gifted, dude.
Giving her a little bit extra clear help to be able to stand up to those lane bullies.
Got it. Super cool.
I actually don't think that does anything for her.
Having come from an area where
RDO sounded big there, especially for lane.
Time, like. I want to see her come back because I like playing her.
Not lose lane as bad.
Scary bear.
Yep.
All right, so next up we have a Wheelix. Moonlight Charge, Gravity Surge, both getting some love, a little assassin love here.
Yeah,
this is nuts if they actually buff her.
The elite effects are
That's true.
80%.
It's just all going to be scaling.
Increasing the scaling on the 3.
I thought Moonlight Chargers are ult.
Very hard in the early game.
I was
going to say 80%. I thought it was 80% power from her passive.
Throughout the later stages of the
just
game.
slamming you.
And Gravity Surge is in a spot where it
doubling her
actually is
power
very
almost
stat-wise in the later stages of the game.
I think this character already felt good.
So much
I think she's good. I don't think she's bad, especially for rank.
Yeah, knock-up immunity, all
maybe she's just losing a lot at the lower end because she takes a little bit more.
It takes more skill too, like how you use your abilities when you go in. I think that's. They don't realize that it's not the simplicity isn't there for her. So that's why she's bad.
Yeah. If I'm getting shit on by this character, a lot of the time it's just like he's outplaying me. If I'm getting shit on by Robin, I just feel like I'm getting face rolled.
Just upping the floor of that attack speed that you gain. It was 30 scaling up to 70. Now it's 50 scaling up to 70. So still ending in the same spot for Gravity Surge, but just making that early game, empowered moment feel a little bit more
attack speed.
Wait, 50% attack speed at level 1 ult. Her level 1 ult gets 50%.
But we want to give her a little bit of that identity back and give her, especially the players that are using that ability very frequently, because that cooldown is low.
That's true.
Low.
Ult shard is 90% attack speed now early.
Yeah, sounds good. That's one of those characters that I always love. Cause,
that's a big early game jump for like your first kill.
That's
a big deal.
So fun.
Yeah, then the enemy team has jumps, and you're like, no, you don't.
Yep.
And then you get that one game where your team forgot to build knockups, the enemy team doesn't have any jumps, and you're just like, well, I get my stats.
This is not going to help you play a Wheelix better.
Yeah,
but if you're good at a Wheelix, it will make a Wheelix better.
Like there was a sad tone, it's not there anymore. Next up, Shock, one of my favorite OGs, getting some love as well. Torrent and Rain Dance both getting a little shine.
Yeah, so Shock has seen quite a number of buffs over the past few months, I want to say. Still is not performing very well, which is just unfortunate for little old Shock. But we're going to give him some more love. So Torrent is getting another one of those stat squishes. He's going to be getting less stacks of them, but again, increasing the protection, so you'll just be able to get to that max prots a little bit easier. It'll be a little bit tankier for him, so even though he doesn't really have an escape, he's got a little bit more help now because he's going to have access to that tankiness just a little bit easier.
Yep.
And then on top of that, a little bit of extra sustain. 1 second doesn't
I think they
feel
rework
like a
him.
lot, but believe me, when that starts stacking up throughout the game, those 15 seconds roll by, and you're going to be like, I feel rather healthy for this point in the game.
Yeah. I think they should rework Chalk completely, whole kit.
Feels very good for y'all.
I think Chalk and Kumba have two of the most useless but annoying kits in the game.
Another buff boy,
and
Gilgamesh,
if you make them good, they're both just annoying. And if they're bad, they do nothing.
Both again.
They can't
a little
find a neutral ground
section here.
Yeah, Gilgamesh.
I'm
we know
down
is
for a
one that
Chalk
we always have
rework.
to be a little bit careful about because
Gilgamesh
we've seen how quickly he can dominate.
I hate this so much, but he is bad.
But
so
we
whatever.
still feel like he isn't quite.
Is it the Chalk one or the Gil one?
Whenever he is picked, so Sunforged Scimitar is giving him another 0.5% of his max health.
Does that help him in jungle?
Hit. And remember that
kind of, I guess.
Everything will, but he's still bad
because of the tier 3 item changes, losing a lot of max HP.
Maybe if his ult wasn't 100 and whatever seconds, 110, 100, whatever it is.
And then same thing with Heroes Advance. Warriors in particular, they rely so much on their base damage. 10 base damage doesn't feel like a lot on paper, but ends up usually being fairly impactful.
Yeah, when you're getting hit with it in lane, the impact is there.
Yep.
When you think about the amount of times they use this ability per game, it does add up.
Yep.
It does. It very much does. Next up, a story of a man and a horse. We have Lancelot, definitely one of my favorite assassins. I love the horse mechanics. Mount Up, speaking of the horse, and Crashing Dive.
I genuinely hate this character.
Well, I don't know.
I think he sucks as an assassin. He should be a warrior. They should tune down the damage and up his tankiness.
Mount Up ability is the one where he hops on the horse, gets a shield.
I hate how he plays. I hate playing against him.
It's very easy to knock poor Lance off his horse. Don't like that. So I want to give him a little bit more.
I just hope, I don't know. I don't even know what I'd want them to buff with him.
And feel like you can keep it instead of getting knocked off right away.
Yeah.
Telling you, just make him a warrior, make him tanky, lower his numbers based on that, and you're good to go.
We're just changing the time it takes to get.
Because his problem right now is he can't be played as a full damage assassin. You die too fast. So and it completely negates your 3, your shield that they're talking about. So how the fuck you're gonna play him as a tank, but then you gotta play jungle? I don't know. It's kind of annoying.
Crashing in, shall I say?
You want to switch him and Erlang?
Give him a little bit more kill potential back because another thing that we have felt that Lance has been struggling at a little bit.
They might be able to balance Erlang better.
Between Crashing Dive and the Gallop ability is a little bit difficult sometimes. So you want to make sure that Crashing Dive does have like its place in terms of when you are full committing to someone, this is the one that you want to go for. It does more damage. The other one's better for poke. So giving that a little bit extra scaling damage is going to make sure that he has to build into power to actually get this extra bit of scaling to really feel like a lot.
Yeah.
But it is going to be very helpful in those full commit engagements.
Awesome.
I feel like there's just quality of life for people that already
horse
play
riding lessons. Now you got horse not falling off lessons and horse.
I feel like those two changes are nice, but not gonna make him like actually just better
really
for everybody.
So next up, Medusa, the scary snake lady, Acid Spray and Petrify. I love Petrify. Both getting a little.
She can clear the wave now.
Yeah, Acid Spray, just trying to let her.
No troll. That is a huge buff.
That's enough.
She couldn't clear archers. The archers would live with like 12 health the entire game, and you had to go bluestone. I think now you don't have to go bluestone.
A little bit more exciting, I think. Where
your 3 sucks.
Increasing the damage taken by.
Oh yeah, she's probably still not a very good character, but it actually helps her like landing phase a lot.
Yeah.
Previously, you would take 75% of the damage if you weren't looking at Medusa, and of course, you would get slowed instead of stunned.
Yeah.
Now you will take 85% of the damage instead. Still be slowed instead of stunned though, so you still got to be looking at her in order to get. Do
you think she could work with the
full damage? I think it's still going to feel
what's it called build
for those
ability build?
Catch looking
Crusher and Heart's
I ran her in mid with it, and she doesn't feel bad.
Underwhelming.
Wait, wouldn't I play with you?
Able to quickly turn away.
I don't remember.
I thought I played with you. I think I won like a credibility build with her, and it felt pretty good.
Got it. Yeah, it's definitely one of those. It's such a pivotal ult because like if you land it,
problem
there's
is,
4 statues.
If she's
you're
not
like, I've done good
W-king
work
you
here today.
like fully, then you can't play
like,
the
Medusa. We saw her.
Yeah, she's very bad when you're getting like walked at.
That's such a mind game.
It really is.
It really is.
All right.
They
so
made the
next
3
up,
an actual
another
escape.
bow
I
and
think she
arrow
could make
carry
people can make her work.
Classic on the field.
My idea was with
arrow,
her 3, you have like the 2 ranges, kind of like Erlang, where the one you stop.
I said the same thing. Yep.
Or when you put it short, you dash into them, put it deep.
Do like a knock-up or something, dash through them. Yep, that's exactly what I said.
That'd be cool.
Not the hotness right now. They're kind of.
Oh, you were with Elion in that game with Medusa.
Lancelot. Anyway.
Spirit's cooldown and Unravel, both of Neith's
Bro, this used to be like
are going
17 seconds.
Just a little bit to make sure that, you know, when you're leveling
it now
them
scales
up,
to
you're
11.
going to be feeling a lot better about
Power
getting
creep,
that
bro.
clear up
She
a
can't
little
keep.
more
Look
often.
at her and fucking Martigarus.
Because really, for most hunters, their basic attacks are their tools. But for characters like Neith, her abilities are really what's going to be doing the majority of her damage. So
what's
if
crazy? She was OP in mid with that 17-second cooldown at one point.
Much on those
now she's stuck with this.
First pick.
Healing as well with Unravel. That cooldown going down as well. So extra sustain, extra damage, extra clear. You're just loving it.
An extra good time.
Oh, yeah.
Sounds awesome. So we're down to 2 left in the buff category.
Ooh, this is a fun one.
Yeah, this is a fun one. Nice, I get
now, both changes to Fogs and the soldiers, both pretty pog. Please explain them.
Yeah, so Nuwa is a character that we know
I'm gonna hate this.
Dominates a lot of those non-conquest modes.
I love Nuwa.
She does a lot of damage when she's allowed to get those items, but
this might be
now
nice.
is a lot less threatening with getting so much less magical power through Tier 3 item change. So we feel like this is the right time to give her a little bit of love. Not in the damage department. So we wanted to stay away from that, but also wanted to make sure that she was feeling a little bit better.
What did I say, Shmeep?
Previously, Mysterious Fog would say the same movement speed throughout the game, no matter what rank you were. Now it's going to get faster as the game goes on. So you will be able to make a little bit more tricky plays, feel a little bit shiftier, because your Fog is going to be moving a little bit faster, and it will be easier to actually connect with that damage because it's moving faster. It's a faster projectile there.
So cool.
And then this is a really big one. Clay Soldiers. It used to be that you would get 1 Clay Soldier at rank 1, then ranks 2, 3, and 4 you would get 2, and then at rank 5 you would get 3. Having 1 soldier was a really bad feeling for Nuwa players, and many Nuwa players may not have been doing what, in my opinion, was the right thing to be doing, which is put a second point into Clay Soldiers early, just to get that second soldier. Just makes your stun so much more consistent. It tanks more, it does more damage, all that kind of good stuff.
Yeah.
We're just the single soldier. We're not messing with that.
No, sir.
Now ranks 1 through 4, you will get those 2 soldiers, and then once you hit rank 5, as her identity is a big scaling character, she gets a big buff by getting that 5th point into her Clay Soldiers. But early game, you know, levels 1 through like 8 is usually when you'd put that other point in, or 7.
I do it level 4 personally.
Yeah, I don't even think that's wrong.
I can't be living
with the 1 soldier.
Now you don't have to. It's gonna have a buddy all the time.
Awesome. Hey, again, like you just said, we've instituted the mandatory Clay Soldier buddy system. It's gonna make everything.
I think that's a big
better.
change.
That's super cool.
I think her clear is really good now.
Nuwa, especially when you get her in assault or something, it just feels good.
Yep.
So all right. So last but not least in the buff category, Yu Huang, Master of the Tao and Celestial Flight, both seeing a little bit of a pat on the back.
Yeah. So Yu Huang is a hard character.
True.
I found out very quickly.
They're buffing him because he's getting a skin.
About Yu Huang
I just said the same thing. Yeah.
Holy shit.
You gotta get him for the Avatar
Roku
skin.
We decided that we'd like to make it a little bit easier is by taking the time down that it takes for you to just get free stacks. It used to be 12 seconds on release. Now it's 6 seconds, which is very, very nice.
Much quicker.
A lot easier to work around, let me tell you. And then also, if you get that extra out-of-combat bonus, if you stand outside of combat for 3 seconds and you strike first, you are now going to get 2 now instead of 1 now. So it's just going to be a lot easier flow for you to be getting those extra enhanced
problem with that is casual players don't even know how that works. Like, they don't even know what she just said.
Worry about cultivating.
Yeah.
And then additionally on top of that, Celestial Flight just has a super long cooldown. But again, it is an incredibly safe ability, right? So we wanted to be a little bit careful with this, but still give him a little bit of love, a little bit of safety, taking it down from just 20
that's nuts.
to 20 to 18.
His 3 is one of the best 3s in the game.
His safety, his repositioning, his dragon knockup if you really want to use it for that. But all of the above,
I think he's fine.
Got it.
People just suck at him.
Sounds like good stuff. Yu Huang's always been really fun to play. That ult is so fun to land. So, yeah, always love to see a positive change in a fun character. So next up, we're moving into, there's only one god in this section, and this is God Shifts. And this one actually kind of came from a Reddit thread that Clumsy talked about, for those of you who are familiar with Clumsy. So if y'all want to get into this, it's Ravana, who's, there's been a lot of talk about
for Marty, but Robin, yes.
No, they were taking away a passive things, I think.
So we're here, we're making some changes, and I'm going to let the more knowledgeable people explain them.
Yeah, so Robin was a part of our most recent bonus balance, and you know there was some pretty strong feedback coming out of that. The direction that we were trying to go.
Like how they say nerf, but it's just a revert.
I highly recommend. I think in the update
notes
there will be a link.
It's a passive. His shield is back to 21%. So 28 or
yeah, but what are they
25.
buffing then if it's a shift?
and why we think we're okay to make
they just nerfed his damage on his other abilities, so I think they're also reverting those. It's a double revert.
They're calling it a shift. From Chain of Blows, his passive is going back down to 7%. Buffed up to 9 in the most
I swear they just forgot that
patch, and then
it changes, or the game changed when they nerfed all the power items, so it's just a buff to Robin outright.
And give him
and then they buffed him on top of it.
Prana Onslaught that we took away in the bonus balance so that we can get him in the right spot. Again, I highly encourage you.
I'm pretty sure this is just Robin him back to where he was before the initial buff, like fully.
In order to see the
That's crazy.
Yeah, and I mean,
well,
again,
they just say they're reverting it back 3 patches because they were wrong.
And I love saying it because of how true it is. It's one of my favorite parts.
This character's still going to be good.
The way that we hear
because
he was good before, dude. He was really good before.
Well, he was good, and then they changed how the power items scaled. Like they didn't scale as well because there was not as much power. So he's just going to be stronger than he was.
I'm really proud of how much everybody from this team is always pointing out things that y'all are saying in the community. And this is, I think, a good example of it. Is we made some changes, and there was a lot of people who said, hey, we don't really like those, and y'all shared them in these really constructive ways, and Reddit and Twitter and everything. And we love seeing that. We love reading the reasonings. We love seeing what people think and being able to.
I wonder who writes the patch notes that he's reading from.
To just make the game feel better for everybody. So,
or like who's telling him to do
thank y'all all again for all that you do to help give us this feedback to make this the best experience it can be. And encourage y'all to check out the update notes, which are live now.
Yeah, it was buffs. Now this is shifts. I don't know if there's multiple shifts
on screen,
or if it's just Robin.
But also check out that thread because it's a big thread. It was really well written out by Clumsy, and it's just some insight into how we think. So. Super cool. Thank you all for sharing.
There you go, Director.
And now we're on to the nerfs section. So let's check out some of these spicy nerfs. Starting with Charon. Damnation just getting booped a little bit.
Yeah, Why are we nerfing Charon?
It has been.
I don't know that I've really seen people be.
This is actually weird. They never nerfed before ranked.
Super underpowered.
This is his passive,
super
no?
Overpowered.
Yeah.
But if we're looking at the stats, he is super overpowered.
Yeah. He's up there.
He's like
is this his
55% win rate in most modes.
I have no idea. I don't remember the abilities.
Pretty high.
Yeah.
So we're like, okay,
this is his shield ability.
People don't necessarily see the strength, but the strength is there.
Yeah.
Right. So we only want to give him a little up, tap down.
Oh, this is the shield he gives his teammates for autoing people, right?
Yeah.
Which like you can barely even see. I've never noticed it at all.
So this is
and you can build anti-shield if it's a problem.
Well. So Charon himself is now going to be contributing less of
his. He's not even in rank yet. Like he's
winning. He's winning casuals because he has a pretty easy to like understand kit. He's not like a difficult character to play.
So a nerf, but more of like a it's timeout.
I think that's a weird one, Stream. I don't think you nerf him yet.
Next up, Izanami. Death draws an eye, getting some decreased power stacks. It looks like, or penetration stacks.
Yeah, exactly. Free penetration, we know, always very, very strong. Izanami has a lot of inherent strength, just having the best clear in the game, especially.
Izzy does really well at lower ranks.
Sure that
I was coaching somebody the other day, and they were playing Izzy, and he would literally just clear the wave and run up to ADC, and the ADC didn't know what to do and would just die.
Just a little bit of a nerf for Izanami, and we'll see how she lands after this.
Got it. So next up is one of the fastest fellas on the battleground, my man Mercury. Special delivery getting a little bit of punishment.
No shot.
Yeah, this one hurts me.
Oh, this is good.
I feel that.
I've been grinding a lot of Merc out on stream.
Need more Merc
nerfs.
nerfs.
It's been
Why are you nerfing his 3?
Wait. Weren't you told like a couple days ago that Mercury was bad in ranked because Spectral so OP?
Yeah.
Needing a nerf because he's apparently winning too much.
What the fuck? I mean, everyone started playing him again the other day, but this is the 3?
Building spectral armor, hint, nudge. But yes,
does this do anything? Does this like hurt him?
To that aspect of him. It's more
I don't think it changes shit at all, but I mean, it hurts him early game, I guess.
Spinning around with a special delivery and throwing out into another 1-2 basic attacks or a Major Look or any of that other stuff.
Yeah.
So this is more so to stop the full combo. I just got spun into 2 crits in my face and now I'm dead.
Yeah.
I mean, they have to realize that Mercury and Kali and them are good because of Golden Blade and clear time, right? Like, there's no way they think this 3 is the problem.
Or if you are playing with your teammates with CC, this is more so
weird.
You as a solo agent not being able to go.
She also said the combo, the Merc combo where you ult 3 and then just crit.
As much as I like dealing out the punishment, it is always rough when I'm like the hunter and I just
the thing that's his problem.
It's not the 900 crits.
Stop with the fist.
The 900 crits are the 3 seconds of CC if you don't have beads, something like that.
It's like undefeated body, maybe a little more defeated than it was.
Yeah, like I said, the passive
Marty
Wukong, all of a sudden
that's
went from
ME.
no one feeling
oh my goodness, man.
Wow, this is actually doing a lot.
Really crazy.
Also
that can't be real, bro.
Shifts, itemization changes that have kind of forced Wukong
they nerfed Wukong at least
of the solo lane meta.
This is a good nerf.
But he's just getting a little bit too many free stats from this passive.
Fuck this character.
I feel like this is a really good spot to tone down some of that damage. Wukong has always been known as a damage
character. Does Marty just not win in lower levels or something?
I'm literally pulling up the ranked shit right now for
I'm so curious if he just doesn't win.
In the nerf
Marty is the 8th winningest god.
With Wind Siphon,
so what?
Almost 54%. He's the top hunter by far, other than Freya, slightly above him.
This is a similar case
so the god that has a 54% win rate is not receiving a nerf. Okay, that's fine. I mean, it happens sometimes. But we're buffing 2 of his 3 or 2 of his 6 items.
Both of those abilities do.
And he's already winning a lot.
Combo together, especially because you are in the air the whole time. You are not touching the ground. You can't react.
Hey, at least we're nerfing Susanoo.
So we want to make sure that feeling is happening a little bit less often.
Yeah.
And you know, if you are getting juggled about like Susanoo is known to do.
Is that Wind Siphon is 2?
I think that's his 2, right? It's not his ult.
He's coming.
I hate seeing power scaling as the nerf. I fucking can't stand it.
Well, cool. I do like not dying instantly.
Especially if it's like 5%. Okay, well this is 2 abilities, so 15%.
He maybe didn't get that bag.
But it's like he's getting the bag.
Those nerfs, like the 5% nerfs, it's just like, hey, look at us doing something about this character that is a problem when it doesn't really do anything.
What's really nuts though is they just nerfed all the power on items, right? So that scaling nerf is actually less impactful than it used to be.
From these tier 3 items, Zhong is getting so many protections.
Also, I swear this character wasn't even good. Why are we nerfing Zhong?
Wait, this is a nerf?
So just decreasing the protection.
He's bad.
Down from 1.5 to 1.2.
So what does he get?
Will feel like that.
So instead of 60, he gets
battle mage type of identity.
Like what? 50? He doesn't even get 50 now. 48.
A little bit more punishable.
Is that 48 now?
I don't know.
Cool. Well, that does it for the nerfs.
So we're hitting Zhong and not Marty.
Big shift and a shift.
Nobody even plays Zhong Kui at all. I've played 100 games with no Zhong Kui.
And that is non-conquest changes. And we have
I played one Zhong game. That's the only Zhong I've encountered.
An array of different gods. And if there are any highlights y'all want to call out, feel free to. But for the most part, all of these are on the update notes, and you can go through and see.
I guess he's got a 52% win rate.
God for God. On the update notes.
There is one I think I want to call out just because the community has been asking for it for so long. Giannis is no longer getting increased damage to gods.
Giannis?
Conquest modes. We've heard your feedback. Still, the perception is certainly stronger than his statistical performance.
But he's very popular.
Yes. That has gone way up. And so if you're seeing him more, your frustration with him could rise more. All of that very understandable. You know, we appreciate that feedback for sure.
I don't think Persephone's ever going to get buffs.
We've just seen this suggestion so much that
I think they could delete Persephone and nobody would even know.
Do it.
Yeah. Sounds good.
You think you would notice if they removed Persephone from the game just altogether?
Instance. I could not find the word.
Another instance of us looking
for what y'all want and delivering
also,
to you as best we can. So.
Have you looked at Osiris' stats recently?
You know
no.
what?
Is it bad?
Pull him up right now. Pull him up right now. You will be baffled. Look at his pick rate, his win rate, his ban rate.
Kuzenbo, Nuwa,
42% win rate.
Like that character is actually probably in the worst state in like the last 10 years of any god ever.
1% pick rate, 0.1% ban rate.
A good list, all on the update notes.
He is so
useless,
and he didn't get any love. He got Berserker's buff.
So you'll be maybe
100 gold and
is he the lowest? Oh, he is the lowest.
It's not even close.
In those queues?
Yeah, it's not even close, isn't it?
Please. All right, so next up,
King Arthur is 0.1 above him, but then there's a jump.
But we got.
Look at the play rate comparatively. It's like 8 times higher.
I was an arena main for the longest time. It's one of my favorite memories of being a community manager. I just started. I was brand new. I got that high res tag in game. I was playing.
Also, what do you nerf to hit Polly and Mercury? Would you hit Golden Blade?
What's up? I'm a community manager.
You have to, but if you nerf the base stats, it's gonna fuck it. You have to nerf like the AOE flare or some shit.
It is one of my favorite.
Listen.
It killed me. Admittedly,
what if you make it cheaper but nerf the power?
It kills me to this day.
It's already got like 10 power on it.
One of the coolest game modes.
It's got more than Hasten.
Okay, Hasten's passive is OP. That's the problem. Like the passive is just broken, so they can't have it up against us.
What is Golden Blade? Golden Blade's 25,
right? Yeah.
Yeah. I don't even know.
People would stop building it if you go down like sub 20.
Battle must lie ahead.
Yeah, at a point, it's probably just better to have, like, if it does get nerfed too much, surely just going tier 2 Odibo for slightly extra clear is better.
You can already do that on Kali, and it's not too far off.
And then, to be fair, Mercury probably doesn't even need it that much. It just helps his early game a tiny bit.
What the fuck is this?
Crazy.
Is this an event?
No, this is the new arena game mode.
Oh, like the one where you knock people off before and shit? This is that new version?
Yeah. But this one's doesn't have the ability to knock you off, I think.
Yeah, it's like something new. Dodgeball shit.
To be fair, these are like my favorite of like every match of the day or whatever that they make.
I love the one where you can knock people off, except for when people win shit that couldn't be knocked off because they're fucking assholes.
Ooh, I am so excited. There are so many cool things coming.
We saw
basically all of them shown off. We have those
big changes.
Flying exploding boulders called pyroclasts, which I'm going to have so much fun saying. We have the fire giant there. We have the bonus round is back. We have the new arena style. So I've just been so hyped about this. Our team has done an incredible job making this feel so good.
So this patch changed nothing in Conquest, right? Like, I'm not drunk.
Formerly could not leave the arena to save my life because it was my home. I'm just like excited to see it. So we're going to talk about all of those things.
Which was a bug. It should have been hotfixed weeks ago.
While we're in game. How about
Ooh, let's take a look.
Let's dive into the arena.
Hey, look at that art, though. Can we talk about that?
That looks
so good.
I love all the lava.
I guess you could say
all those little, like fire cracks in the ground too.
Ability hunters and ability assassins are a lot better.
Okay, yeah, I think ability hunters, maybe they come back in the meta. Might be able to play wool again. I don't know if it's enough though.
Yeah.
Well, you'll definitely see Marty. You'll probably see a lot of AMC. I think AMC was in a fine spot before, and now he's just slightly better.
He's being played a lot right now anyway, so yeah, you're going to see him spammed.
He's just not Marty. That's just downside. He's just not Marty.
Here, starting with the Pyro class.
Wait, what was the
great name? I want to shake the hand.
Did Frey get a buff?
So
to items.
These awesome that do
no.
a bunch of cool stuff, and I'm gonna let the.
They don't think she's OP yet. That'll be the next patch.
So as you just saw there, when you basic attack any of these.
Oh, have you seen the ability art that I've been running?
They will fire off in whatever
ability
direction
art.
You
so like I played a guy. He's playing ability art, and he was 3ing me over a wall. I was playing Agni, and it would do 1,200 damage to me. So
will explode.
I played it the next game and I farmed. Played it the next game after that I farmed. That next game after that I farmed. And I was playing like I played against Dude Man Bro in lane, and he was 5 and 10.
Then you can't dodge a ball. That's what we always say.
So they actually buffed it,
and it's super cool.
Yeah, the 3 is on a 4-second cooldown with the build.
So you really will.
And it hits for 1,200.
The arena, you'll really get to play with these, and I mean, shoot, let's
how much does Tusky is?
Right?
The Tusky hits for 1,000, and the 1 hits for 1,000. So you can triple stack the 1s and try to get somebody to walk into it.
So much potential for fun there. I am so excited to play with these.
Okay, that actually might be.
They're just a fun little cool mechanic.
And they buffed it technically with the Heartseeker and the other buff.
Very hot looking arena. The Fire Giant is here.
Wait, she actually.
I ran in the jungle too against Benny, and I was top damage in the game.
Spawns right in the
she actually scales really well.
Yep.
So yeah, he's the guy.
He's
the I didn't. It was the guy's name was not my build, and then he was in my next game, and he walked me through it. It's fucking nuts.
Yeah, I mean, arena is all about those big, intense battles where the whole team is grouping up, and it's not about sitting in your fountain and hiding. That is not what arena is about.
Okay. Yeah. Right, Mike.
Please don't.
Listen, that's not what it's about. Okay. It's about.
Yeah. What's the build? Is it
just
Bluestone Trans?
And where is
Jotuns?
Where are the majority of
Crusher, Heartseeker,
then Titans, man. And then you go Heartseeker and Crusher last. And you upgrade Bluestone whenever you can.
Conquest map, and we thought, why
he goes
not
Titan's Bane early.
Yeah, 3rd, because I think the idea is because he's just 3ing whoever is in front of him. So and then it's up over and again. Like it matches the timer of your 3. So you just keep Titan's Bane proccing on your 3 over and over again.
With the theme of this map, of course, and
looks beautiful.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure if you're autoing a lot, then going fucking fail not probably is better. But if you're not, if you're just 3ing spamming, then that. He did 80k damage in that game.
And it's so exciting whenever he's about to spawn. Like, it's the best.
That actually does sound
the best
sick.
Part about it is that when
yeah, I've run it in every role but solo, and it's worked.
A bunch of extra pyroclasts. So
you ran it in support.
Okay, not support.
Fire giant, you'll be able to fire
I wanted to, but they wouldn't let me.
Do some damage. You don't even need to be doing abilities. You just keep firing the pyroclasts. It gets a little chaotic, but it's chaotic in a great.
Do you play arena at all?
Hey, that looks so awesome.
No, not at all. I don't play any game mode.
Y'all go in and fight or whatever.
I guess I played a tiny bit of Slash, but
because like the knockoff game mode in arena makes me play it, but this doesn't. This makes me not care.
Very different.
Yeah, I'm the same way. This will be the one thing that makes me play it.
See, immunity.
It looks like it.
Oh yeah.
Wait,
so
you
when
get
you kill the fire giant, you get 20 seconds of regen.
Are you watching this?
Yeah, CC immunity and regen.
So wild.
Yeah, I mean, we want it. You know, Fire Giant buff in Conquest is this game-ending objective that it helps you in combat, but also helps you push towers, and that obviously isn't the point.
How many pentas can you get with that buff?
So we wanted to really make sure that this reward
it's going to be so boring to have somebody play Kali and just get a fire giant and you can't do anything about it.
For the rest of the
can't kill her, can't CC.
Dude, in your base.
Who didn't get the fire giant,
or like Mercury.
What's the point of us playing for the rest of the game? But we also didn't want it to be, oh, we got fire giant.
Oh, is your build on? Is the Artemis build on Smite Source?
I don't think we added it yet.
we wanted it to be that, oh crap, they got fired.
I played it some more today to make sure I wasn't just drunk.
5 people who are CC immune for 20 seconds running at you, it is, oh crap, we have to run. You know, it's a really fun, like, everyone scrams, everyone runs for the hills, and you just get to go absolutely crazy.
Are we doing Joust later?
If you're the one.
If Andy's on them, though.
Fire Giant, which has been super fun.
Oh, absolutely.
Say, I bet.
So the whole addition here is Fire Giant and these little flying things.
CC immune.
Yeah, what do the flying things do? I think I missed that.
Run and hope that somebody.
I saw them walk over to it, but I didn't see what happened to it.
Yeah, they're not damage immune. They are CC immune.
Is it like a heal, like Surtur one?
Here is that killing the Fire Giant
I have no idea. Because it's floating. You see it over there. It's floating like a
Fire
ball.
Giant spawns every 8 minutes.
I thought he went near it or hit it and it went flying.
If your game happens to go that long, you'll see him again.
That's how I was trolling. It looked like it went away.
As well.
Yeah, that's super awesome, and I'm super excited about that. So what you're seeing now is a very one-sided arena match. Odin is getting absolutely destroyed.
Odin, right?
Yeah.
This is a bunch of sock fires on the chaos.
Oh, he's not here to defend himself. Don't say that.
I mean, that was the last arena playtest I played. Was Shane's epic performance.
Oh yeah.
It's very epic.
So what we're working towards here is something that I am also super excited about, and it's right as the game ends, and we're 10 tickets away from it now, and that's the bonus round.
Are you guys super excited for the bonus round?
Explaining it as we are about to be in it.
Oh, this must be where the flying things are.
One of their favorite features that we've ever done for arena. So
yeah.
What is the bonus round? You get locked in the cage, a much closer range fight. You do get to buy some items in this time. Panic, buy them so that you can get all your strength that you need right beforehand. And then you get to fight in this more enclosed arena for what is really the true winner, in my opinion, is whoever.
This doesn't seem like a very fair fight, though.
Well,
this reminds me of dodgeball. Like the balls line up in front of you. Like
that's what I said. I was like, I made a dodgeball game last year, and now they just stole it from me.
Wait, is that? Do they move? Do you throw them?
I bet you have to, right?
It's not that instant,
or like hit it at them.
Yes. Or anything like that.
Oh, it's kind of shitty.
Yeah.
But it doesn't insta.
I thought you would like.
It literally
flying or something.
Is on God mode, so it can't quite.
112.
And then it's gone. There aren't more.
Oh, true. Yeah, 112 a tick. Right. So
what?
That is something that'll be in there
later.
Xing Chen still good.
Surely the fire on the outside should be like throwing these balls in more.
Okay, I'm not even trying to be like negative because Arena I don't play it, but there's no way you think this is cool. Like nobody thinks it's cool, right?
To start off,
just one ball. It does nothing.
It could be if they added like
knocking people in,
like a bunch of balls just popping up and flinging them instead of fighting each other.
I want to play nothing.
And you're actually like they could even made it where the balls fly in and you have to just like juke them the entire time while like hitting the enemy.
Imagine you just got hit by a ball and you were out. You were dead. And it was whoever was the last one standing, like dodgeball. That would be fucking sick.
By the ball, that'd be fun.
It's just it's an epic moment.
Yeah,
I think this is dumb because I also play a lot of these when they have this shit, but I don't give a fuck about this.
I'm gonna be playing Atlas and throwing.
I'm gonna have to try it, but it does look lame that they don't add more balls. Like you literally walk up, say somebody just like jerks the balls into the corner, and then you're just playing normal Smite from that point.
Honestly, this is a breath of fresh air into the arena that I know and love. I think this. I mean, I played it once.
I was hoping they were gonna announce Smite card.
Feeling of it, in my opinion, and I'm just so hyped to get in there with all of y'all. And PTS.
You saw the data mine, right?
And it's in the launch of this season or this update.
Wait, really?
Yeah, Karin's cart.
Excited. I'm sorry. Next
no
Tuesday,
way.
It's in the data mining. Yep. So we'll see.
Well, cool. So there is one last thing that we have to talk about in today's show that I am super pumped for. It's one of my favorite things to talk about and work on every time that we get to work with it, and that's Avatar: The Last Airbender. So the namesake of this update, something that I have always been incredibly fond of. And
this is
are able to bring
worse than my lowest expectations of this patch.
Smite. And let's start by showing you a little video to see what we got coming.
I'm Toph, the blind bandit.
Toph.
Don't underestimate me just because I can't see.
The spirit of Roku, a guide and protector, stands with you.
I'm not here to make friends. I'm here to kick some butt and win this thing. How? That was something.
That's right. Avatar: The Last Airbender is back, and we are so excited about it because we are able to bring Toph and Avatar Roku into the game. So 2 more of the incredible characters from that universe in the Smite universe, which I'm so hype about. This is one of my favorite shows of all time. I mean, I know it ad nauseum. I repeat it all the time. The quotes, the characters, the story, the lore, the emotions, everything. And I am so hyped that we get to continue bringing these characters into the game because they're skins that I love, and it branches me into new gods, because even if I don't play Scylla all that often, I'm going to now. Although I guess I kind of do, because Scylla's goated. But anyway, so let's explain the event a little bit. This is actually going to be an event. It's not just a chest skins, although there will be a chest. So in the avatar
event, Scylla skin is actually perfect for you.
Skins and content
will
be available
Bobby?
through a chest, so you can make sure
you
to
guys
pick
both
up
play
any
like
of the
you're
ones you
blind.
missed by rolling that chest, or direct purchasing for a lot of people.
Okay.
So the way this works is there are 3 skins that are coming out, those of which you just saw. We have Toph, Toph Scylla, Avatar Roku Yu Huang, and we have the Fire Nation Toph Scylla skin, which is really, really cool. I love that. And so the Fire Nation Toph is a reward skin for if you get other skins from the event. So if you're like, oh, I missed these avatar skins the first time, roll the chest or get a couple of the event skins, and you will get the Fire Nation Toph Scylla skin as a reward skin. So super excited about all of it. It's a really cool event.
You know, the best part
I
is,
just love getting to work with
since it relates to me so much,
and,
Bobby, you have to buy this skin.
Again, I couldn't
right?
be more excited. I could talk myself in circles all day.
I have to buy the skin?
Yeah,
don't you buy the skin?
Let's just get into looking at some stuff.
How do you get it?
Starting with Toph Scylla.
I get given gems.
How many gems do you get given?
Yeah, Toph was one of those characters.
I don't know. Right now I have, I think, like 30,000.
Okay, so you're getting a lot like me. I needed to check here.
Where's Toph? Like, she was my favorite character.
I'm not
all the time. Super excited to bring her.
I used to put a lot of money into Smite,
I think that
but I haven't bought a skin or bought gems in a while.
The small but powerful archetype, perfectly.
Yeah, and I agree. Scylla really does well with that, because
look at the chonker over here.
Externally, she's a little girl, you know, and. I love that in the show where they're like, what are you going to do, little girl? And then she destroys them because she's Toph and she's incredible. So I think it's a really cool choice, and the abilities look really, really great too. I mean, it's just a cool skin and an honor to finally bring Toph in. And again, I could talk about this all day, but we're whittling down the crew, like the original Avatar crew.
Yep.
So yeah,
every chance we get,
every time we have the opportunity to add more characters in, it's an absolute honor. And so we're gonna keep looking forward. But today I am just pins and needles, so excited for this and ready to go in game and see Toph in action.
I gotta see these abilities. Please be good.
I've been able to see
down for another
Scylla
skin,
so I'm
just
super
be good.
excited to see it.
Even the idle animations are unique as well.
Yeah.
Dude, that is so cool. Oh,
right.
That looks awesome.
That does.
All right with that.
Broken ground, of course. You know. That's
even the pattern in the ground as well.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm all right with that.
Absolutely.
Then all the rocks and just her mastery of
I'm a fan.
of earthbending. I don't know why my brain just shorted out.
Yep.
Rock
she's
slam?
up on
Well,
the
we know it was gonna be a
rock.
rock.
That is awesome.
All right,
That is
it's,
so
you know, it's
awesome.
decent.
So
It's not crazy special, to be honest.
Like
Abilities
she
look
did
all
so many
right.
times in the show, just bopping underground and traveling through.
I'd give it like a 6.
Perfect. I mean,
Dude.
it's
Maybe a 7.
Yeah, when you
For
don't see
the
with
skins
your
with different
eyes,
abilities.
like, you know, underground is just it's just above ground, but a little. I don't know.
Giving this a
earthier.
6 out of 10. Where you at?
a little more homey for her.
But no, I love how heavy all of these abilities feel too. It's absolutely. Again, I'm just such a big fan of this. I love our team is so passionate about this stuff. That's so
Bobby's
awesome.
trolling.
The amount of there's questions asked. There's how can we make this better? Like what let's.
This
dig deep and
this is
make
what
this
I said. I was going
as
to be
true
her
to the
slamming a
characters
rock,
we
which
possibly can, both in the visuals, in the way that the abilities come across, and the behavior.
the problem is it doesn't compete with the Stranger Things skin.
Was that the Melon Lord laugh?
So
might have been.
That looked like
Why
the
do it?
I am Melon Lord.
Why not do a different god?
Actually, I feel like she actually says that. So those are things you'll have to explore. But super excited for this. I like, as we mentioned, Toph has been highly requested for a long time, and we're so excited to finally bring her into the game. So next up, super excited to talk about this one too. Avatar Roku Yu Huang.
Yes.
The boy.
Dude.
Yeah, the boy. And
It is so crazy, let me tell you, how well Yu Huang matches this.
actually
perfect.
unbelievable. Yeah.
It's perfect. He's got fire in the kit already. He's got the dragon already. He's got the look. You know, he's got that serious nature, but also like doing his thing at the same time. Like it's just perfect.
Yeah. Everything from that that calm stillness to those bursts of
What's up, Rec?
action are just. It
Thank
fits
you, Rec,
Huang
for the
perfectly.
8 months up.
It would almost be like we were like, oh, you know what? We want to do the skin later. Here's a god that fits perfectly.
Seriously.
Like it almost seems like it was intentional. It was so well done.
Hey.
So that's just how much we're thinking around here. We got all this big brain stuff, and again, the effects of this one are.
I mean, they weren't going to do Terra. I feel like Herc would have been better, like a gender bent. Herc skin would have been dope.
We're all fans here, you know. It's not like we were like, oh well, people think Avatar's popular. I guess we'll work with it. it's a bunch of super fans all geeking out over how we get to work on this stuff. So I think it would be a shame not to see this one in game 2. Let's dive in.
Please. Oh.
That's
Dude,
so
there he is.
It's just so cool. I love the stylized flames too.
I agree.
It's just so perfect, man.
Sometimes, you know, it's like, oh, what's the art team going to come up with?
And
like,
I say you live.
This fit,
back to the East Coast. How's balls? Yes, the humidity, brother.
How they make that happen.
Humidity.
This looks so cool.
This one's just a slam dunk across the board. Like this is just the perfect execution. The dragon and the spirit version of the dragon for the ultimate. That is so sick.
Again, like you said, it's a bunch of people bringing their passion out and getting to pour it into something that is worth all the effort. There's no cut corners. There's no we did it this way because it was easier. Avatar is we pour our heart and soul into it every time because it's worth it, and we're all again just such big fans of this. So
even the basics.
It really is. That is so.
Oh, this is Yu Wong.
Oh man. Okay, I could just
Fire
sit here
Lord
and watch this for like the next
Roku
hour
or whatever,
or so.
and it's the Yu Wong.
Close my jaw, wipe the drool off my
It
chin.
is a fitting skin. I think it's probably the best fitting skin they could do.
One more skin that I mentioned earlier, and that is the Fire Nation Toph Scylla skin. So I think we have the card art for that one as well,
Regan.
which is super cool
Appreciate
looking.
You.
It's because it's tough, but it's in the later arcs when she was wearing the Fire Nation when they were undercover in enemy territory. You can see there on her arm, you got the moon or the space bracelet or space rock. I guess armlet. I don't know what you actually call that.
Yeah, armlet.
Yeah.
Armlet. All right, we'll go with that. But you know, it's just again, we've paid homage to another cool part of the show, and I'm super excited about it. So.
It looks a sick getup.
Yep,
it is.
It looks awesome for sure. And I think that
are these abilities going to be better?
You know, different parts of the character from different points in time during the story is always something that players really appreciate.
Yeah.
Some players or some viewers really love that arc where they're in the Fire Nation undercover. So having the opportunity to play as Toph in that type of outfit, I think they'll really like.
Yeah, and I mean it was that way with a lot of the other Avatar skins and the ones that will be available in this event.
This will be a Fire Rock.
You have different characters throughout different segments of their journey. So you have Aang and then Aang in the Avatar state. Same with Korra. You also have
thoughts on the patch.
Zuko,
what do you think?
Like the blue demon or the blue spirit. So it's really cool.
Worse
to see
than I thought it could
these
possibly be.
Of a character's journey. So either way,
I'm not joking. I actually had my bare minimum was what I assumed would automatically happen, and then we would get extra.
When the show was on Thursday,
but we didn't get any of that.
On Wednesday, that's still less than a week.
Yeah, I think this patch was really mid.
Make sure to
did you like the state of Smite like prior to this patch? Like, do you enjoy the game right now?
I think Smite's fun to play, but I think they hyped us up saying they were going to get new shit every 3 months, like the new exciting seasons, and they haven't done that yet once. And that's what is lacking, like the new aspect to the game. Because I mean, we have beacons, but that shit doesn't change anything. It doesn't make the game feel any different.
And we love that y'all share your opinions to help us keep it that way. And
except in the casual.
Well, this patch doesn't ruin the game, but it didn't help it at all. That's how I look at it.
I agree. I also think the beacon is looked at as like a lot bigger of a thing by people that don't understand how fucking useless the beacon actually is.
I'm pretty sure you're gonna be hanging out with Lermy again, right?
Yeah, when you're like looking at dying for it versus what you get, there's no fucking reason to ever die for it.
Yeah. So if you have any
like 90% of the times, I don't think your soul laner should rotate to it unless you're going for like a gold fury after or something.
Yeah, you're gonna fight and go gold or go for a tower.
Got it all up in
such a mediocre.
I have like a goldfish cracker and some
like thing on the map.
It's crazy.
Like give me a few totems over the beacon, man.
Thank y'all so much for joining us today. I'm excited to see this update come out, and I look forward to seeing
the beacon is only slightly better than those fucking vines they had. Honestly, like not by a lot.
I liked the vines.
No, you didn't.
I liked the vines. I didn't love them, but I kind of liked them.
Okay, you're trolling.